Hey, what is up everybody, Blaze here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Now inside today's video, guys, there's been a little bit of a stir in the community here, and this has been something revolving at least the releases of Bowie and Marian. Now, there are some interesting things that's been happening, and I've been notified about this while I was at work, and just getting home, it was crazy. So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what's gonna be going on here and how I feel about it. And hopefully you guys can let me know how you guys feel about it as well inside of at least the comment section. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you do, please do smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you are new. But first things first here, we have the 1.1 patch notes, pretty much TLDR here. And this is something that was actually advertised, or at least given to us by the P5X news account here, in which you guys should see on my screen in probably a few seconds if I can actually get everything up here. But according to what's going on, we have a few things that are very interesting. One of the few things, of course, as we did know, is going to be the end of chapter 2 unlock. That's awesome. And we of course are getting Marian and Bowie. But on the subject or topic of these two characters here, one of them is very strikingly weird. And what I mean strikingly weird, I mean we're having an issue that apparently Bowie, as well as Marian, or I guess Marian in specific, will not be a standard character, or at least will have her standard edition moved to later on. Now, this is a very interesting thing because from at least what we know, Marian, after her banner does go away, much like most other standard characters on the TW and KR side, are supposed to be getting added to this banner down here. Pretty much how it does run is after, of course, they do their limited run, somewhat like Joker here, they're going to end up being put in the standard banner, or at least the character's Marian, it will be inside of the standard banner. Well, from our knowledge recently, apparently she will not be added. And this is a huge deal. This is a huge problem because a lot of people were not expecting this. This was not something that was just a little new. In fact, it was, or at least I guess, explained to everyone. In fact, it was not explained whatsoever, and it's insane. So if we look at the P5X alert log here, which is another account that you guys can very well follow as well, this usually keeps you up to date on everything that's happening. Well, it did say here, Marian will not be added to the standard banner right after the version ends. This does not mean Marian will never be joining the standard banner. It just means that she will not be available from gold ticket gacha starting 1.2. Now, for some people, this is not a bad ordeal. For them, this is saying, hey, we get extra time to do so. And this, I don't know why I didn't have that up on the screen there, but for some people, you have extra time to pretty much just save your gold tickets. Yay. But the reason why this is a huge deal or a bad deal, one, is because it's making people wait even longer, but two, is because it allows the devs to kind of get away with a certain thing. One of these few things actually are going to be revolved into LaFell's business plan here, which could possibly mean that she might not be available inside of at least the business plan. So for the part 3 of the business plan here, we'll end up getting part 3 immediately, or part 3 and 4. And for both of those, you will end up being able to get one dupe of a character and one weapon. Now, instead of the weapons being binded to like these 3 weapons, instead it's going to be all of the standard unit. You can get any standard unit 5 stars weapon right out of there, including Marian. The same goes with at least the standard 5-star duplicates. You can get any standard 5-star duplicate out of there, including Marian. Well, since Marian won't be added to the standard banner right off bat, there is a major possibility that they can pull at least a chance that, in fact, instead of actually giving us Marian right off bat, we won't get her at all, which is a huge problem. This only poses a huge problem in general for at least the future, because if we look at it this way, that's going to mean more characters we won't end up getting that early. A lot of people are now going to see are going to just immediately think that they have to summon for this character. It's pretty much trying to make her seem like that she is a must summon, which for some of my people who want as closer, I mean, you could say it's a must summon, but still, even then, it's mainly just trying to make you want to get that character, and it's just not worth it. I feel like a lot of them, they know better that what they're trying to do with this case here, and it's just more or less trying to really get people to pull when they know most people should not be pulling. So huge problem there that ended up happening, and I feel like this is going to be a major problem in the future. But going back to at least our current things, such as like things that are happening in the patch notes here, we also have, of course, some login events. We have some new items getting added. We have new synergies, which is going to be nice. Some side missions, city life increases, new capsules being the gachapons, and that's also amazing to have. There's also going to be, of course, more mementos, or at least the metro that's going to be happening, aka heart rail, which is going to be interesting, and some other events. This is all good, but this still poses a major problem, because for a lot of people, including myself, when it comes down to some of those characters such as Marian, comes down to characters like Turbo in the future, or any of those units, we now have to think, will they withhold them from us just to make people want to pull on their banners when they're out? And that could be a major problem. Seeing that they're finally doing something like that, it's definitely not something I'm looking forward to. And I have a huge bit of problems here. And ooh, I did not see this. I'm gonna have to check that out soon. But I have a huge amount of problems with that here, because it just brings in that whole aspect of, we don't know what could possibly happen. It may seem small to some people, like, oh, it's just a little bit of a change of a standard banner, but it is truly bothersome, because they can very well just decide, it's a standard character, we're not going to have their release event right now, or either we're not going to add them next update, and then therefore you have no choice. It could be withheld for a good 2-3 updates. It can be 4 updates. So that could be a best in slot unit that, for a huge example of this, is like Phoebe, where she is a 5-star navigator. That could be a Navi that you're now missing for 5 whole updates, or missing for 3 whole updates, and so on and so forth. This is a bad thing that I don't like to see, and it's something that I'm actually having a little bit of a problem with. And I think you guys can kind of tell by the longer I talk about it, the kind of angrier I get about it, because I don't think, I'm just keep it real with you guys. Don't change something that doesn't need to be changed. How the actual process of things were working was perfectly fine. Now, I understand, of course, global is always a little bit of a cash cow in front of different audiences, or at least for the companies, but the game is already making decent money, especially on just phone alone. This isn't even regarding anything for the PC clients, and they're trying to do something a little bit devious here. It's more or less trying to make us just pull even faster, buy more things even quicker, and then add them in later. I feel like that's a scummy, underhanded tactic, and it's just probably me. But I want to know you guys' opinion on this, because from my outlook on it, I don't like it. It's not good. It's disgusting. And for the update wise, I do enjoy that. The updates that they're bringing right now is pretty darn cool, pretty darn nice. We're getting some events that's happening, which is going to be nice, but it is not going to cover up that we still do have a limited character that is skippable, but now a standard unit that we have to worry about trying to pull, seeing that, of course, we don't know when that standard unit is getting added. I don't really like this very much. I want to know you guys' opinion on it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you are new. I do daily videos of P5X, and I'm probably going to record another video later on tonight. I did just come home late from work, so you guys are gonna have to give me some time on that, and I'll have to decide as well. But yeah, thank you guys, and till next time, everybody, peace on out.